am back on the hammock. 我而家又喺呢個吊床上邊啦。So today I went to this waterfall. 咁我今日就去咗個小瀑布啦。So it's kind of like a very nice walk. 咁其實係一路係超舒服、超靚嘅，即係少少行山咁樣啦。But then when we arrive at the nearby, like when we have to get into the lake, 咁但係去到瀑布底要即係捐入去嗰個湖度嘅時候咧，咁就對我嚟講有啲難度啦。Then it become a little bit complicated for me. But then 咁但係好彩啦 ，and then I met this family with really really nice people. 咁我遇到咧一家人啊，超好人啊，超 nice 啊咁樣。So we're just chatting a little bit, practicing my Spanish. 咁我哋就傾下偈啦，練習下啲西班牙文啦。And then like they help me going down, and then we were just like swimming together, and then they help me take some photos. 咁我哋就佢哋幫我即係行咗落去啦，跟住然後就大家又游水啊、玩啊咁樣樣，咁跟住佢哋又幫我影相啊咁。So it was really fun. 咁超開心、超好玩啦咁。And then we left together as well. 咁我哋又一齊即係走啦咁樣樣。Yeah, so it was just a great day. 咁就超開心啦。So at first I was thinking I'm just going to do it like for the morning, and then I will come back and lie on the beach like in the afternoon. 我原本諗住朝頭早去，然後咧就即係可能食晏前就翻嚟㗎啦。咁即係去影下相，咁跟住然後就翻嚟啦咁樣樣。象徵式咁落下水，咁跟住就翻嚟喺沙灘瞓，咁結果就玩到成3點幾。But then like by the time I came back it's already 4 o'clock. 咁啊4點鐘先翻到嚟呢度啦咁樣。So I just took a shower and like kind of chilling right now. 咁我就沖咗涼啦，洗咗頭啦，咁而家就喺度 hea 啦咁樣。So that's a good time to read. 咁我哋就正式開始讀書啦，非常好嘅時間。Read to Resist, Day 249. 當閱讀也是抗爭，第249日。A Concise History of Hong Kong by John Carroll. 香港簡史，從殖民地至特別行政區，著者高馬可，譯者林立偉。Most of the resistance subsided once the British showed that they had little intention of interfering radically in local life. And the British occupation of the new territories formally began on April 16, 1899. Here the British apply a form of indirect rule, similar to that in other parts of the British Empire, such as West Africa. Governor Blake, who had been governor of the Bahamas, Newfoundland, and Jamaica before arriving in Hong Kong in late 1898, believed that the new territories could not be governed in the same way as the more urbanized areas of Hong Kong Island and Kowloon. Instead, he intended to run the region as Chinese officials had, by interfering as little as possible, except for collecting taxes and relying instead on village elders whenever possible. Blake divided the region into districts and sub-districts, each managed by a committee of villagers charged with maintaining order. The entire area was administered by a British district officer, who was in actuality the chief police officer, magistrate, and chief administrative officer. After 1909, the area was divided into 2 districts, each with its own district officer. Over time, the district officer system expanded, with officers in charge of various parts of the region. This system lasted until after World War II. 在英國人顯示他們根本無意干涉本地生活，以及英國人在1899年4月16日正式開始佔領新界後，大部分抵抗都已消退。英國人管理新界的方式類似於大英帝國其他地區，例如西非採用的間接統治。1898年出任港督的卜力，來港前歷任巴哈馬、紐芬蘭和牙買加總督。他認為新界跟較為都市化的香港島和九龍不同，不應照搬同樣的管治方式。他打算仿效中國官員統治這地區的手法，除徵稅外，盡量不加干涉，而主要依靠鄉紳父老去管理。卜力把新界劃分為不同區域和分區，各設鄉村耆老組成的委員會，負責管理維持治安。整個新界就由一名身兼警察司、巡理府和行政首長職責的英國官員統治。1909年後，新界分為2大區，各設理民府。 多年以後，理民府制度擴大，新界不同區域都有各理民官員負責管理，這制度持續至第二次世界大戰。Still, the colonial government retained considerable power over the new territories. For example, the summoning of Chinese Ordinance of 1899 allowed the Registrar General to inquire into and report to as any matter which is connected with the new territories, if such matter exclusively concerns persons of Chinese race. The Registrar General could also summon any Chinese person to appear before him for questioning. Despite some reservations, the 2 Chinese members of the Legislative Council did not oppose the ordinance. Hawkeye explained how he was quite prepared to sacrifice a certain amount of our liberty with the object of helping the government to carry out their policy for the good of the Chinese inhabitants of the new territory. Although a European Legislative Council member argued strongly that the bill gave too much power to the Registrar General, Paul demanded only that the ordinance be administered tactfully and discreetly, and that it be used only temporarily. 不過，殖民地政府對於控制新界仍然保留相當大的權力。例如1899年的傳召華人條例 （Summoning of Chinese Ordinance） 授權總登記官調查和報告任何與新界有關的事情，前提是此事所牽涉及的只有華人。總登記官也可傳召任何華人接受盤問。儘管上述2名立法局華人議員對這條法例曾有疑慮，但他們沒有反對。何啟說：他樂意犧牲我們的一些自由，以協助政府執行有益於新界華民的政策。立法局1名歐籍議員力指該條條例賦予總登記官過大權力，但何啟只要求該條例需巧用和慎用，並且只作權宜之計。Now this is the end of today's reading。咁今日就讀住咁多啦咁。And I'm just like have to say it like Hawkeye is such a jerk 何啟其實係仆街嚟嘅So like he's not really he's somehow like the legislative councillors of the pro-establishment right now in Hong Kong 佢完全咧係而家嘅民戰聯嘅版本嚟我覺得 So like He didn't even live in the new territories, right? 佢直情都唔係住喺新界嘅人啦，但佢係代表新界，我哋會犧牲我哋嘅自由，we would sacrifice a bit of our liberty. That's not your liberty to sacrifice, right? 咁完全都唔係你嘅自由去犧牲啦，呢個第一啦咁。And then second of all, of course, like if you remember yesterday, we read about like how they were actually cheating the villagers to sell their lands.like cheaply for them to benefit later 咁同埋即係琴日都有讀到就係佢哋點樣即係喺度散播謠言啊，鬼啲即係鄉村即係啲村民去即係賤賣佢哋嘅地，等佢哋可以即係買咗佢嚟賺錢啊咁樣樣。So this is all really like interesting to read about like how no matter in which era, no matter which time, like there are always somebody who is only for their own benefit, like yeah, so it doesn't mean anything, even though they are like the first Chinese representation in the Legislative Council. 所以即係呢個世界總之咧係任何時候咧一定有呢個仆街啦，淨係為咗自己啦咁。咁就算佢即係美其名叫做係即係我哋香港第一個代表華人嘅立法局議員，即係我呸咁。So yeah, so this is really like ridiculous, but then like it's also interesting to read because like there are so many people who are actually like that right now still, you know, like so it appears to me like we never learn from history, right? 所以其實成日都話即係我哋即係向歷史學習，其實真係假㗎。大家基本上係唯一學就係學啲衰嘢咯，即係做嚟做去呢啲咁嘅，都係繼續俾啲咁嘅仆街上位啊，繼續都係咁樣做啊，咁樣樣。And here you also mentioned about like the system that is used to sort of like manage the new territories. 咁啊，等佢講到點樣去管理即係呢一個嘅新界啦，個方法同港島或者九龍唔同啦咁樣樣。But then I have to say this is the reason or this is the root. And now I understand it. 咁我就而家明晒啦，即係呢個鄉黑係點嚟嘅，即係呢一個 呢個警黑勾結係點嚟。So I totally just dawned on me why there would be gangsters in the new territories and you know why there are collusion between the police and the gangsters in the new territories. Like this is the reason. 咁呢個就係多謝 book 力啦咁樣樣。So thanks to Blake. And it's always frustrating, you know, like when people who have the power, who have the authority, did not do what they should be doing or have to do, just because they are afraid to take leadership. 咁有時咧就係有啲人就係即係佢要領導其他人啦，咁但係佢又唔願意去作出一啲嘅真實嘅行動去即係去領導啦，咁結果佢就即係變成一個咁樣嘅溫床去即係令到更壞嘅事可以發生。And so like when you give up this power, then you allow it to become like a breeding ground for other more dangerous and what should I say, you know, just like wouldn't fear you like that kind of power to grow up, right? 咁佢哋就即係當然啦，佢就唔使射你啦，係咪？咁你都唔夠膽喐佢咯，咁佢就梗係即係就自己搞掂，自稱為王啦咁樣樣。So I think like there's a fine line to walk, right? When we talk about how do we let local people rule their own place, their own community. 咁當然即係好難去或者要做個平衡啦，就係即係點樣所謂令到本地人可以即係自己去管治自己，或者自己去睇翻自己個場啦咁樣樣。但係即係亦都要即係喺嗰個裡面揾到平衡，而唔係令到佢哋坐大到變成就係即係一個地區嘅一個黑社會咁樣樣啦。So how do you manage it in a way that you know local people have all the rights and all the power and authority to sort of like talk about how they would like the community to become or to be ruled, but at the same time not giving them the wrong idea that you know like, or let's say like you should give them enough support so that like they don't feel that they have to use this power or abuse this power to become something else. 咁或者應該咁講啦，就係你要提供足夠嘅支援或者支持，令到佢哋唔會即係需要去濫用佢哋呢個權力，或者即係覺得佢哋就大晒啦，咁佢哋可以做黑社會就廿文廿武啦咁樣樣咯咁。So it's very interesting because like I was talking to my host this morning. 咁我今朝食早餐嘅時候同我呢度 Airbnb 個 host 傾偈啦，咁 and he was telling me about this area, particularly just this small area. 咁佢就同我講緊即係我而家呢一個沙灘嘅呢一個區啦咁樣樣。So it includes these beach here. 咁就包括呢個沙灘啦 ，and then also like out there with the main road and also on the mountain. 咁同埋咧就係出邊有條主要嘅大街，其實所謂大街其實係車路嚟嘅啫 ，OK， 大家唔好有太大嘅幻想。咁然後就係山上面有啲人住啦咁樣樣。So he was telling me how this community actually rule themselves, like everybody on the ruling committee are from here, you know, they live here and then they are the people from here. 咁佢就同我講，即係佢哋就有一啲叫做好似類似管理委員會咁樣嘅東西，咁就係由翻呢一度呢個社區嘅人，就係住喺呢度嘅人，佢哋去參與，然後即係去合作啊咁樣樣。So it's a little bit kind of like a co-op thing， 咁係有少少合作社咁啦。And then everybody have the same goal， 咁然後即係大家都會有同一個目標，就係 to preserve the nature here, the environment here。咁同埋大家即係就係要去即係保育呢個環境啦，呢個大自然啦咁。So when the government came here, like to ask for things that is against the benefit of the community， 咁當即係政府嚟到佢哋即係想要做一啲嘢話，即係要去即係而係違反咗即係呢個本地人佢哋呢一啲利益嘅時候咧，咁佢哋就會挺身而出，即係佢哋就會即係佢哋就會阻住政府唔俾政府做。So then they would actually have the power, even though it's such a small community。雖然其實呢度好細嘅咁樣，咁但係即係佢哋其實係會有咁樣嘅權力，可以係同政府講，你哋唔可以喐我哋呢度啲嘢，或者我哋要點樣保育呢個地方。你想要做啲咩要同我哋傾咁樣。So it's very interesting。conversation， 咁我今朝早呢個對話係超級有趣，我都 yeah, so it's like very cool kind of like breakfast, and it was very delicious 同埋超好食啦個早餐。So and I didn't expect it at breakfast actually， 同埋我其實係冇預咗有早餐食嘅，所以我超開心。So I was like really happy. So anyway, it's about dinner time for me， 咁我就差唔多要食飯啦，食晚飯啦。I haven't had lunch， 咁我冇食午餐啦。After I came back, I just got like an empanada。咁我翻到嚟嘅時候喺樓下就買咗個佢哋嗰啲炸角仔啦，咁樣咁大個度啦，咁 just kind of like this size so just a snack， 咁我就係啦，食咗小食咁樣咁 and then I showering and then I just chilling right now and reading， 咁跟住我就即係出咗嚟 hea 啦，同埋即係而家讀書啦咁。So I'm ready to meet my friend to go and have dinner tonight。咁今晚就約咗朋友去食飯啦咁樣。So I'll see you again tomorrow。聽日再見，拜拜。